Muchos dicen que el mundo es más seguro de lo que nunca había sido en la historia de la civilización. ¿Tú te sientes más seguro hoy que ayer? Te aseguro que yo no.
Hi DJ.
Hello.
Which was the main appeal for you in order to take the wheel of this movie?
When Vin had contacted me and said he wanted to reintroduce Xander Cage, I was excited by the prospect because for me as a filmmaker, I love the character. I love anyone who's sort of a rebel, who ultimately does the right thing. And to kind of bring the XXX franchise and the Xander Cage into sort of a new modern world cinema, I was really excited by that possibility. I thought for me, it would be a great challenge.
La guerra que peleamos hoy requiere otra clase de soldado. Necesitamos personas con las habilidades y la actitud para enfrentar amenazas que ni siquiera sabemos que existen.
Necesitamos a alguien que pueda entrar en un tornado y salir del otro lado como si hubiera sido una suave brisa.
Which was the main challenge in order to reintroduce this character, Xander Cage?
I think the main challenge was to maintain his sort of swag and his attitude, but also not make it feel dated, so dated that it feels like, wow, this is like the late 80s or an early 90s action movie. To pay homage to that, but to modernize it in a way where you bring in this electric group of characters and team around him, and you show what Xander's been doing for the last 15 years.
You want to play?
Vin is also the producer of the movie.
Yes.
How was your relationship with him?
We had a great relationship because as a filmmaker, if you have your lead actor also being the producer, he wants things to be great and he's very creative. So he was a very creative producer. He's not so much your money counter and nuts and bolts. So it's good to have that support on the set with you every day when you're trying to do something creative. It gives you a really good creative energy.
You ready to have some fun?
Your country needs you, Mr. Cage.
That's why XXX.
The cast is like United Nations. Vin is American, Deepika Indian, Nina Bulgarian, Donnie is Chinese.
Yep.
Was that something that you looked for?
Yeah, you know, when we were writing the screenplay, we decided to go for where has Xander been all over the world? Where has Sam Jackson been Gibbons to recruit not just America anymore? And so when we did that, we decided let's go for a globalization. So when we were writing, we had Deepika in mind, we had Ruby Rose in mind, we're thinking like, oh, Donnie Yen or someone like that. So we kind of wrote these roles and developed them for these characters, but it was a very conscious effort. Not necessarily from a business standpoint, but just for like cinema is the globalization of cinema now is something that we're trying to celebrate and say like these aren't just American action movies, they're for the world.
Se rumora que esos fantasmas son un grave problema.
No sabes lo que estás enfrentando.
The movie has different styles of action sequence because the characters are different also. How difficult was to make it work?
It wasn't difficult in a way, but it was really challenging to say. Ruby has a special skill set as a sniper, and Rory McCann has a special skill set as a driver. Xander basically has all these great, extreme athletic abilities, and so Donnie Yen is a great fighter. Tony Jaa is an amazing acrobatic fighter, and so it was really the most difficult part was making sure we had the moments in the movie to help all these people shine. Michael Bisping as a fighter, UFC, we wanted to make sure we featured him. So the challenge was making sure that the story supported allowing us to highlight the strengths of these characters.
This movie left the door open for another movie of XXX. How do you think about that? Is a possibility interest you?
Yeah, it definitely interests me. We had hopefully if you saw the movie, we had so much fun making it. and when you watch it, you have fun. You can really tell we had a good time making it. It would be really fun to go out and do it again with this group, and we already have some new stunts and new action ideas inside the head that I think could make it really dynamic.
Armas, chicas, dominio mundial. Xander Cage ha vuelto.